Keep scooting back for me, man.
Don't stand up for me, miss.
These Nazis are tormenting our children. These Nazis are tormenting America's children.
It's okay. It's going to be okay.
Where are the adults? Where are our veterans? Where are our leaders?
Sir, she's having a
Our politicians.
Not getting arrested for panic attacks.
What are
No,
they
but
doing
she's
right
having
now?
one.
Well,
Guys,
take and
Are we
fastest
being
drugs,
arrested?
brutalize our kids. They aren't letting this young woman have her dialysis.
She's my sister. I need to calm her down. She's having a panic attack. Excuse me,
They're not
sir.
letting this young woman have her dialysis.
Sir.
She's got kids.
Sir.
Are putting a lot of children at risk.
Her so her shirt, excuse me, its shirt says be gay, do crime. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Luke Rudowski here of wearechange.org, and there is just absolute conundrum in the streets of America, as of course everyone just recently became a submarine expert, and it's a little bit annoying, as of course the nation's attention is on this one single issue, all as of course Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have just agreed to a cage match. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, plus why there's a lot more important stuff happening that we should be focusing on that we're not all on here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I was wearing today, I'm on my travel day. You could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com, as of course I am stuck in the crap hole that is known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, after of course American Airlines couldn't frickin' refuel their planes fast enough for people to catch their connecting flights. And truly, all the reviews, all the videos, have you seen with the fentanyl-laced streets, the crackheads everywhere, the smelly, rotten milk smell that you could see through all the videos coming out of this place are absolutely accurate. As I am still stuck here on standby for the foreseeable future, as this video highlighted today probably was from Philadelphia as well, being shared widely and originally uploaded by Catch Up, reading the caption on this young person's shirt that clearly is not meant for a life of crime, even though its Target t-shirt does say that she's all in for it, highlighting yet another clear episode of when keeping it real just goes wrong. This, as it's fair to say that a lot of things are going wrong, especially for American teenagers that, quote, are not enjoying life and are reporting more incidences of depression, anxiety, self-harm, and very serious mental health issues, as highlighted perfectly by our introduction video. Probably someone who most likely is on a vegan diet, has been told specifically to eat soy, high fructose corn syrup, seed oils, sucking down on that glyphosate, which has essentially destroyed their entire gut biome, which is responsible for producing the right enough brain chemicals for people to exist as normal human beings. And without those very important chemicals in your gut that your brain needs to run and operate correctly, we have, I think, along with social media, along with the fifth generational warfare, along with the subconscious subliminal propaganda in the entertainment industry, a crisis of mental health, especially when it comes to the youngest people in our society, which we should be taking seriously, should be discussing in a way to try to fix, as these symptoms are progressively getting worse and worse, and everything making them happen are only becoming more and more prevalent in our society. And if you think it's bad now, it's only going to get worse when these young teenagers grow up, as already major American cities are dealing with record crime, record poverty, as of course slums, homeless encampments, and people with substance abuse problems are already extremely prevalent in American society and only going to become more prevalent from here. But don't worry, the U.S. government is stepping in and deciding to act as a regulator and allowing lab-grown fake meat to be put on the market. Yes, if already the food wasn't poisoned enough, almost everywhere you go, almost every supermarket, the majority of the food there has some kind of chemical that usually is banned in other places. To add insult to injury to the American people, U.S. regulators just approved their first ever sale of chicken made from cultivated cells, the nation's first lab-grown meat has been officially approved and sold to the American public, probably made by companies that have some kind of connection to Bill Gates, as these ungodly creations are being produced by a company called Good Meat that is responsible and the same maker of Eat Just, which produces fake eggs filled with seed oils. One of the favorite foods for Sam Bankman-Fried, who lives off of an all-vegan diet, and as you can see here, is absolutely in peak male physicals specimen shape. That shape being round and fat. And we could probably bet with the other seed oil-filled products that these products are also probably going to be contaminated, not good for the average human being, and create a plethora of other health-related issues that people are going to have to deal with more. Probably. This is just according to my own personal opinion. This, as the clear entitlement and mental health crisis is broadcasted to us almost every single day on Twitter, with videos like this making the rounds.
Okay, let go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Kadijata Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Oh, drops the mic.
Yeah, you tell that old bigoted white lady. As, of course, everyone is entitled and always is expected to get a participation trophy in their moment of egotistical servitude. And with those problems, that's one of the reasons I started LukeUnfiltered.com, my own website, my own platform, where I get to say and do whatever I want. It is midnight right now. I usually do these videos in the morning. I can't. I'm on frickin' standby. So I'm going to postpone and not release a members video today, whenever this video comes out, whenever I'm done editing it. Again, I believe in keeping a schedule, but I will release a special members-only video, hopefully from PorkFest, which hopefully I'm able to attend and get to eventually, which you guys will get later on, not tomorrow, because it's just been a crazy day and I need some sleep. I'm already not feeling too good. So apologies for not releasing a sponsored video tomorrow, but you guys will get an extra video in response to this. And this is my pledge. This is my promise, since of course this is the main thing keeping this independent media organization up and running. And if it truly wasn't for your guys' support, you guys signing up very quickly, very easily, just by clicking this button, just by clicking the description right now and putting in your information, I would not be able to be here. And I am only here predominantly because of your memberships, because of your support, and that's why I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this independent media organization. And the best way to do that is by signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. Now, let's talk about the main focus of distraction that everyone is talking about on this evening in my hotel room that hopefully no one is next to, so they don't hear me screaming and going crazy, as of course Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have talked about and agreed to fighting in a cage match. Yes, you heard that correctly. As Twitter CEO Elon Musk challenged jiu-jitsu trained Mark Zuckerberg to a cage match on social media, which Mark Zuckerberg on his Instagram responded with saying, quote, "Send me location." This, as of course the two tech CEOs are rivals, and with how crazy some of them are and how much training Mark Zuckerberg has actually got when it comes to wrestling and grappling, who knows? This could actually happen, and it would be very interesting to see, as there are a lot of reports saying that Mark Zuckerberg is waiting for this to happen, and artificial intelligence isn't waiting, as of course we probably will get a lot of different renditions of what possibly could happen here, and we might get a distraction that's well needed from the absolute insanity in our modern day political system. As of course, as Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg could be fighting each other, it's also important to note here that the US government is currently fighting you, especially with all the horrible, draconian, double standard actions done by the Department of Justice. And no, I'm not just talking about Donald Trump. That, by the way, the U.S. Attorney General just specifically is trying to ignore as an entire issue by literally moving 4,000 miles away and going to Sweden while dodging questions about this particular political prosecution of the number one political opponent against the current regime in charge. All of this as John Durham just came out and exposed a lot of members of Congress, of the intelligence agencies, of the current regime in charge and power, of specifically ignoring clear violations, clear injustices, and desperate attempts in order to squash a political opponent. And that's not even the biggest case that's worth discussing here, as of course we have to remember that this is the same Department of Justice that still made sure for over 30 years that a Mr. Epstein was hurting children in unspeakable ways. Thousands of children were hurt with your tax dollars, with probably your local banks and local government officials all playing a major role in it, whether on purpose or by accident. As today, we're also finding out that Jeffrey Epstein got lucrative tax breaks and, of course, bribed U.S. Virgin Island police officers as, of course, he was shipping in children to a private island for very powerful people to do whatever they wanted to do with. Sick, disgusting stuff, as, of course, he was tied into a lot of very powerful individuals, prime minister, kings, queens, presidents, CEO heads, JP Morgan executives, Benjamin Netanyahu, Prince Andrew, you name it. All the celebrities, everyone in Hollywood he knew. This, as of course, the prince in the United Kingdom knowingly lied to everyone, to the media, as there's even new emails highlighting specifically how he lied. And he has still yet to face even an investigation or interview by the FBI that didn't even investigate or raid all of his properties. There's still properties inside of the United States that the FBI refuses to search, refuses to look into, refuses to actually look for any actual evidence of. As of course, it's important to note here, there are still an incredible amount of victims here that have never had justice in this entire saga. As of course, the British police and authorities have even said, no matter what, we don't care, we're not going to be investigating or looking into Prince Andrew, since of course he came out of the womb of the Queen, which is above the law and doesn't have to deal with any repercussions, especially when it comes to her son literally going to private islands to do unspeakable things to children with. Peter Mandelson also looks like he was friends here and involved in some kind of way. So was Larry Nassar. Another major case of absolute just criminality from the FBI that, of course, many times either were the most incompetent agents on the face of this earth, or more compellingly were a part of this larger extortion operation that did very unspeakable things. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell still is in jail and is ratting out fellow prisoners who are not really liking her. And what did you expect here? If that's even her in this particular jail, as of course we have to understand here, there's so much insanity when it comes to this entire case. We still know so little about this entire situation that anything and everything here is actually plausible, as of course the government, the intelligence agencies are still hiding the tapes, the videos, the documents, all the evidence that the American people should see, as there are still very dangerous, bad, powerful people out there walking the streets after they were able to commit some of the most awful actions on the face of the earth on the most innocent people on this planet. How is this allowed? Why is this allowed? That's a question that I think every American needs to be asking. We're in hot water when it comes to YouTube that just demonetized us, but this is an issue that is far more important than any career monetization status, algorithm push, and this is why you are more important than ever getting this story out there, sharing it with your friends and family members, and because you do, that's why we are still here for over 18, 19 plus years as an independent media organization. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys actively watching and sharing this video. That's why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.